Welcome back to the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Madisonville Marine. There is no better place to buy a boat, and there are 3 ways to do it with Madisonville Marine. One, you can visit them at Highway 411 North down in Madisonville and see their big showroom. Second, you can check out madmarine.com. You see it right there on your screen. Third, now it's a while, but early March is just around the corner, eight weeks away or so. The Downtown Knoxville Boat Show is coming to town. So 3 different ways that you can deal with Madisonville Marine. But if it's me and I'm wanting a boat for this summer, I'm getting in line right now, which means I'm getting down to Highway 411 North in Madisonville and visiting with Joe Special and his team face to face. Madisonville Marine, there's no better place to buy a boat. All right, take a look here at the latest numbers from the transfer portal. The number on the left is how many people since August have hit the portal from each school, and all that tells you is don't pay any attention to signing day. Texas A&M 28 exiting, Arkansas 24 out, Florida 23 out, Tennessee 13 out. It's just all the excitement and joy that signing day used to bring for people. Now, half those guys will not be around in a couple of years. But look on the right, you see the N, and there's the difference is over on the far right, but the N total is what you need to look at. Tennessee right in the middle, they brought in 4 guys so far. They've got a linebacker from BYU, they've got a offensive tackle from Texas, they've got a kicker from Indiana, and they got a tight end from UC Davis. Jacob Warren also announced this week that he will be staying, and after a interesting tweet in which Jalen Wright put out there that nothing personal, it's just a business, and everybody goes into freak-out mode. What's that mean? Is he got his hand out? Then late in the week, it kind of leaks out that, no, he's staying, which makes it sound like, I need more money. And somebody said, okay, here.
Business is good.
It's the NIL deal. So first, I want to ask you, are they doing enough in the portal, Josh?
Yeah, I think they've plugged holes. So you mentioned linebacker. Keenan Peely is coming in from BYU. He's from the 2016 class. So this is an older guy. He did a Mormon mission at BYU, so as the COVID year as well. So having to replace Banks and Page and maybe somebody else at linebacker, they get a veteran that they know can come in and play. They need tackle and guard help, so they get a guy who can play either position from Texas. They need a kicker, plug a hole. So they could add another lineman. They could add another wide receiver. I think they are approaching needs to try to fill immediate spots pretty wisely.
Everybody's wanting a DB in terms of the fans, and I think what they need to remember is how many guys are out there, and everyone is wanting a DB in terms of schools as well. I mean, it's not like you're just going into the grocery store and you're the only one shopping. There are other guys in there, and everybody's reaching for the peanut butter at the same time. So
yeah, that's on the priority list for Tennessee. Yeah. It's on everybody's priority list.
Do you believe in doing more now, Justin, very quickly, or would you say you're fine where you are, wait till after spring?
I'm with the latter. Wait till after spring because it's so rapid to be able to finish your season, play your bowl game, create a relationship, unless it's somebody that you recruited prior. If you recruited someone in the past, you have that prior relationship, or even if a coach that's on your staff now recruited them at another school. If not, you need that time because guys that come in, they can supplement, Josh, as you mentioned, but so many times, if you don't have a great relationship, you don't really know who you're bringing into your program, they can do way more harm than good. And I think it gives you that time to figure that out.
All right, Josh, Jimmy and Bob, let me ask you this. If Jalen Wright was really just kind of haggling there, does he might have a problem with that? I mean, that's the new system.
I mean, it is just the way business is done today. I mean, between the portal and NIL, it is a totally different world than it was, 36 months ago, 24 months ago. And if I'm a guy and I'm playing and there's money out there, I want more money.
And maybe more carries. I mean, that could have been part of it as well.
Well, like he said, it's a business decision.
Yeah.
So,
do you have a problem with it?
No. I'm not a huge fan of a lot of stuff that's going on, but
Right.
I mean, how do you blame somebody for saying, hey, there's money out there to be made? This guy's getting this. Look, I was told the highest paid running back on the NIL deal last year was Justin Williams-Thomas, and he hit the transfer portal. He was the highest paid and the least productive.
Yeah.
So if I'm Jalen Wright, I'm looking saying, hey,
Yeah.
I'll take some of that.
I think what you're going to find is that more and more of your NIL dollars is going to be spent on the transfers in the portal and also in guys who've already been there. I think the initial race was we're going to go buy a bunch of recruits, and that's a lot iffier than getting somebody who you've seen perform somewhere else.
Agreed.
I mean,
I think
but still a risk, but
a comparison to the NFL. I would rather trade a draft pick for a proven NFL player than draft somebody and you don't know if they're going to be good. So if I got a guy on my roster and that keeps him on my roster,
that's why the Nico thing is going to be very interesting to watch. What were you going to say?
If you're a veteran that's laid bricks in the building and you watch a rookie that's never even been in the building get all these sums of money, of course, it's natural to say, well, wait a minute. Where's mine? And that's where we are with today's college football, Jim.
We've had some guys on our show in the past who said that would never happen. You're never going to have issues inside a locker room based on NIL. I'm like, you're living in a fantasy world. So, all right. When we come back, several top high school prospects had some interesting things to say about NIL this week. They say it's not that important. I'm going to ask our two former players and coaches if they believe them. I'm a cynic. I don't. We'll see if Justin Hamilton and Mark Pancratz do. That's next. We still got to preview Tennessee's games with Kentucky and Vandy. We still got to talk about where Josh Heupel ranks among great coaches. Lots more to come on the Sports Horse. Come on back.